It all began when I had some 3 AM thoughts while watching my favorite hardcore Minecraft YouTuber when I had this idea to become the most unkillable player in hardcore. However, my options were limited. The best way to become God seemed to be limited to getting full prot for netherite armor, along with stacks of totems, with the only other option being the enchanted golden apple, which basically gave you an extra health bar and insane regeneration, and allowed you to withstand any sort of danger for an extended period. However, these godly apples could only be found at an astronomically low chance within structures, and there was no way to farm this item and become, or is it? One option still stands, but no man has ever tried to do this, but could I be the first? I shall attempt to beat Minecraft Hardcore and obtain stacks of enchanted golden apples before updating the version, to see if their hypothesis is correct. Here are the rules for the challenge. I must be in hardcore mode. No cheats are allowed. No changing of versions. All materials must be grinded for in survival. Use of chunk base is allowed after I have discovered at least one village. Now you, as the viewer, might be thinking, how are you going to get a stack of enchanted golden apples in hardcore? Impossible. You cannot do it. But I will do it. In 1.8.9, you have the ability to craft enchanted golden apples. By placing 8 gold blocks in one apple in this arrangement, you can obtain the godly powers of this apple. There is a certain structure that provides us 8 gold blocks each time we raid one, and that structure is known as an ocean monument. However, this ocean monument is filled with dangerous spiky beams made out of prismarine that fire deadly laser beams. So I will need OP enchanted gear, a sword, and water-breathing potions. Furthermore, after doing a little research, I discovered an extremely OP gold farm, link in description, that will provide us with all the gold and XP for the remainder of the challenge. Along with that, a farmer or two will supply me with all the apples needed for the challenge. But using chunk base is cheating. You might say. Not to me at least, plus I can only use it after discovering a village, which I think is a fair compromise. But, why are you doing this to yourself? You might ask. Well, I wanted to do it as I want to improve my 1.8 PvP aspect, make an OP hardcore world, and have fun in general. Also, I wanted to give you, the viewer, who is watching this, a sense of nostalgia for old Minecraft and how it was like back then. With all of these conditions set in place, it was time to begin the challenge. This challenge was not an easy one. For one, all the villages that I found in my previous runs all did not contain a single farm, which frustrated me. Along with that, I kept dying, which was extremely stupid and infuriating. After hundreds of runs, I finally stumbled upon a good seed, and my journey was finally off to a good start. Upon loading in, I saw a desert temple not too far away and proceeded to loot it. Whilst breaking through, however, a zombie came out of nowhere and started whacking me. After comboing it like an absolute beast, a creeper came out of nowhere and blew up both of us, causing me to become extremely low. Now, I would have attempted to speedrun dying, but I had a stack of enchanted golden apples to get in survival, and so, I broke the sandstone and continued to loot it, and I found the equivalent of 3 gold blocks and gold ingots and 1 diamond, amongst many other important items like bones for bone meal, and iron for tools. Upon exiting, I found a herd of sheep, and proceeded to murder them to get wool for beds, which were going to be essential for a noob like me. After making an iron pick, and cooking some mutton, I decided to go mining for coal, more iron and diamonds. Whilst mining, I was shot by a skeleton straight into a ravine. I was extremely low, so I built myself up. Whilst healing, I found that the ravine had truckloads of gold ore, and I decided to mine them up, and whilst doing so, I discovered an 8 vein of diamond ore, which I mined. After that, I discovered more gold and iron and proceeded to make a full iron set and diamond boots, a diamond pick, and 2 extra gold blocks. Before getting lost, I decided to just leave as I had everything that I needed. After reaching the surface, I decided to rush and search for a village, praying that I found one with a farmer. After walking about 100 blocks, I found a village, and within it, I found a village. In the village, I also found 14 bookshelves within the houses which I would use to make my enchanting table setup, and things were going extremely smoothly. Now you as the viewer might ask, but can't you just change the villager's job if it's not a farmer? Not in versions before 1.14, which drove me absolutely insane. Now, after trapping the villagers, I placed down my enchanting table and bookshelves, and began constructing my base of operations, like setting up a mine, and building a fortified house from 2 villager houses. I also planted some pumpkin seeds from pumpkins I found while exploring, in order to trade them for easy emeralds. Using the bone meal, I also duplicated the carrots and potatoes for trading. After which I made a mine, and a nether portal. Afterward, over the next few days, I proceeded to build up the base and expand my pumpkin farm, along with strip mining for resources. Doing this, I found a mine shaft, a ton of diamonds and a lot more. Within the mine shaft, I was able to find melon seeds, which I planted, alongside my pumpkin empire. However, there was an extremely large roadblock that was preventing me from getting strong armor, which was required to raid ocean monuments, and to stay alive. XP, or lack thereof. Although I could just mine ores and trade with villagers for experience, it was tedious. So I decided to gather the materials required to make a basic darkroom mob farm. However, this farm required a ton of building blocks. To be precise, about 12 stacks of blocks, 64 trapdoors, 4 hoppers, and a double chest. However, my pickaxe was in no shape to mine 12 stacks of blocks, so I decided to continuously mine quartz and trade with villagers in order to enchant my pickaxe, and miraculously, I got a silk touch pickaxe with efficiency 4 while enchanting. With that, I gathered all the materials, and proceeded to build up the farm. Once it was complete, I managed to get tons of XP. I shifted my entire enchanting table setup there, and made another portal for easy access from my base. During this time, I also managed to obtain a full set of diamond armor, and managed to enchant a relatively good set of diamond armor, with fire protection. While doing this, I discovered that there was another fortress a few chunks away, and built a way there to get blaze rods. I also obtained another ward there, along with 15 blaze rods, before coming back. During this time, I found out that there was a dupe glitch in 1.8.9, and I decided to use it to obtain all the gold blocks I needed for the challenge. By using TNT to blow up a chest, while repeatedly hotkeying the item between the chest and the inventory. As the TNT is blowing up, you can get a negative item, which basically infinitely dupes the item. I collected TNT from desert pickles nearby, and used the glitch. With it I repeatedly duped the gold blocks and dropped them into a dropper which fed into a chest. After crafting them with all the apples, I had accomplished the goal. Well, I did it. But deep down, I did not feel satisfied. I did not feel accomplished, and so I set out to grind them. Legitimately. I burned the duped items, and started from square one, where my journey would truly be. Now, I would just like to take a moment to tell you to subscribe. This tells me that you want to see more of this type of content, which motivates me to make better content. Although this may be my first video, I am planning on making a lot more videos and take YouTube seriously, and I can't do so without the help of you guys, so please consider subscribing. Thank you.